Welcome to Mission Control. First things first, let's connect to the bike. So, bottom right hand tab, settings, bikes. As you can see, I've connected to this bike before, so it's auto connected. If for any reason you haven't connected to the bike before, you'll be required to enter a Bluetooth code. Plus, the bike will come up in the drop down menu and you select the serial number that is the bike you need to connect to. The 6-digit Bluetooth code can be found on the back side of the TCU or on the yellow serial number sticker that comes with the new bike as you unbox it. Now let's talk about tuning your bike. One of the beauties of Mission Control, something that's unique to Specialized, is the tuning facility. So each mode, Eco, Trail and Turbo, can be tuned accordingly for your style of riding. These are my settings. Obviously you can set whatever you want depending on the ride you're having or your riding style. So just to run you through what these mean. Support, peak power. Support is the consistent level of power or support the motor will give you regardless of your input. It will always deliver 20% more than you put in up to the maximum output. Peak power via the built-in torque sensor, that means that it will give you up to 40% support or peak depending on how much input you put in. So in my instance, because I like to do a fairly big day if it's in Eco, 20% support, peak power of 40. For me, I run 20-40, Trail 45-70, Turbo 100-100. It's completely adaptable to whatever you require. Now let's have a quick look at the diagnostic page. The diagnostic page gives you some basic information about the bike, serial numbers, battery health and its odometer. You can also see in the top right corner here there's a tick. That means that the status of the system is fully functioning with no reported errors. Sometimes that will show an exclamation mark, which will give you an indication that there is an error code logged and that you either need to delve a bit further or you need to see a retailer for further investigation. On this homepage, you can see system status, odometer, serial number of the bike, wheel circumference, battery health. Battery health is 100%. If I select the battery tab, I can delve a little bit further. Battery hardware, firmware, current temperature of the bike, voltage output. If for any reason this temperature of the battery is significantly lower or higher than the motor temperature, that's a good indication that the battery has some sort of issue that may need some further investigation. Same for motor, serial number, firmware, temperature, and then obviously display, serial number, firmware. You can also update your bike over the air using the new Mission Control via the device update page. Finally, one of the most impressive things and something we're most proud of here at Specialized is the ride option and its attributed smart control. Up in the top right hand corner here you'll see smart control. Obviously range anxiety is quite a thing with e-bikes, understandably so. By using smart control you can basically reduce or even remove range anxiety entirely. Let's run through how you set it up. Simply flick the on button in the top right hand corner. You now have a series of options. You can either set smart control via duration, distance or heart rate. Let's just mock up a ride. I'm heading out now. I know that I'm heading out for roughly 40 kilometers and I know that the remaining elevation of the ride is approximately 800 meters. Climb response is basically how often the motor will check for your input and adjust the power setting accordingly. I'll leave climb response at 25 meters. Quite simply, I want to return with no more than 10% battery remaining. All I have to do is hit start ride and then smart control will adjust the power output of the battery and the motor accordingly, and meaning that I do not run out of battery in my ride. It works tremendously well. I've tried it many times and I use it regularly. Give it a go. In settings you can also set Mission Control to allow this screen to stay on even when the phone is locked, as you can with any other pieces of hardware, Garmin, Wahoo, Strava. You'll be able to see exactly what your stats are while you're riding and equally a map. Once that's been logged you can then view my rides in your history page here. Right, that's a brief overview of Mission Control. I'm off for a spin. Cheers.